People who have inductive reasoning issues are affected in several ways, and they all stem from the inability to move from the details to the larger picture, to put detailed information together to form meaning, and to easily prioritize and organize what they see and hear into information that's helpful. So what does that mean in a practical sense? Here is what happens with someone who has severe inductive reasoning issues. I want you to imagine that your mind is this huge warehouse of boxes with files. You have a file of information on every person, every situation, every place you encounter, which you place in a box in this warehouse. This is how you use and store your files. Whenever you enter a room, you create a file for that room. You log everything that's in that room in the file. Each time you enter that room, you pull out the file, you notice if there's anything different, and then you log whatever is different or new. If anything is missing or changed, you log that information for future reference. There is no interpretation of why that room has the items in it or looks the way that it looks. Nothing in that room has any priority or any meaning other than it's in that room. There's no personal reaction or connection to the items in that room or connection to the room itself. You just keep a running list of things. Each time you meet a person, you create a file and you note every detail that you can about that person. Every time you see them, you pull their file and add information. There's no interpretation about that person. You note that their lip went up or down when they said a certain thing. Their eyebrows rose when you said a certain thing. You have no clue what that means. You just note that it happened. You are so busy logging everything that you may not speak until you are spoken to. And your response may not be appropriate to the person or the situation, since all you are doing is noting the details without any meaning or connection to them. Again, you just keep a running list of things. When you are done logging details, you place the label file in a box that isn't labeled in the warehouse. Within a box, you might have a person file, with a place file, with a situation file. There are no similarities or connections between the files, even though they are in the same box. You place that box anywhere you can find room for it in the warehouse on a shelf that is not labeled. You may pile boxes upon other boxes, but there is no organization to the boxes. There is no designated area in your warehouse for a topic. If you have an intense interest, you may shove everything to the sides and place the boxes of your topic in the front and center. You will keep adding more and more files in more and more boxes on your topic of interest and ignore all the other files and boxes unless you're required to shift focus. When you're asked for information about a person, a place, or a situation, you enter the warehouse of your mind, but there's no organization to anything. The shelves or boxes aren't labeled or grouped by person, place, or situation. There are no levels of shelves or stacks of boxes based on priority, interest, number of times used, and so forth. The boxes are placed based on the time you finished filling that box. But you have a prodigious memory that allows you to weave through all of the boxes to just the right one and pull the file that you're looking for from that box. but it might take you a little bit longer to find that file than it would for others to find and access their warehouse and the file in their warehouse. When you try and access information from that file, you will struggle. When you cannot make meaning, then there's no reference within the file to other things in the file. You do not group things that are similar. It's just an ongoing list. So you have to take the time to scan that for the information that you're looking for. There's no reference in the file to other files anywhere else in the warehouse. So there's no cross-reference system in the warehouse because nothing is organized. Nothing is labeled except the file. Nothing is noted to be similar to any other thing, and nothing has any meaning. There is no keyword search for a topic or grouping of behavior or experiences. The only search engine is word-specific for the title of the file. If you are feeling overwhelmed, then you know what those with inductive reasoning issues feel like all the time. If you wonder why you're so anxious and think you might have inductive reasoning issues, this might give you some insight into the reasons.